Stage ready. It looks pretty damn cool. And I think to most people, photo shoots, being a fitness model, that whole thing is pretty damn cool. And to a degree, it really is. And having something to really focus on, to really fight for, to push for, it was pretty damn awesome. I cannot lie. I'm now a competitive fighter, and I find a lot of fulfillment in that. And it requires a level of obsession. To be successful in anything, you have to be absolutely obsessed with it. But I just want to break down what it actually takes to get shredded. And from this, you can evaluate whether this is the road you want to go down. All right. So the first thing that is required to get shredded is a lot of hard work. And it's relentless because you're doing it 24/7. Now, I'm not talking about the 20-year-old kid who is completely super shredded, but he's completely scrawny. I'm talking about being 5'10", anywhere from 200 to 220 pounds, and under 7% body fat at that weight. A lot of muscularity, and super lean, kind of like a fitness model. What's required in terms of hard work is, well, one, you got to be pushing yourself in the gym 2 hours a day, at least 5 days a week, maybe 6 days a week. And this should be done consistently over time for the span of many years. Now, I started working out when I was 13 years old. Okay. And from when I went from being, athletic looking to fitness model, bodybuilder, competitive bodybuilder status, it was 6 years straight in the gym, 2 hours a day, 6 days a week. Okay. This was for about 6 years straight. So this is incredible consistency. And then when you're at the gym, it is absolutely grinding it out, working hard. Now, another huge thing is that if you're somebody that likes fitness, well, you got to throw out a lot of other types of workouts out the window. You got to throw out your boxing classes. You got to throw out your group X. You got to throw out your plyos. You got to throw all of that out. You got to focus strictly on very specific bodybuilding style weight training. Okay. Now, this is really limiting for a lot of people, but to get to that physique, you have to focus very deliberately on changing your body composition only. Another thing you have to work hard with is your diet. And the thing about the diet is that one, during a lot of phases, you're eating so much food. Like it's 3,000, 3,500, sometimes even 4,000 calories. And it's just a lot of effort to actually prep the meals, pack the meals, make sure the meals stay fresh and don't go bad. Eating them at the right time relative to your workouts, relative to when you wake up, relative to when you go to sleep, making sure that you actually get all of that food in every single day. And then, not cheating, not succumbing to influences, not drinking. All of those things come into play when it comes to your nutrition. It has to be spot on and perfect. And then on the flip side, when it gets really hard, is that when you're really cutting, when you're really trying to get lean, you have to cut so much food out to the point you're hungry, you're tired, you're cranky, yet you still have to go do your fasted cardio. You still have to do your post-lift cardio. So it really definitely does get tough with the diet. The biggest thing is that the consistency and the inability to succumb to your impulses. Another huge thing that makes this whole process difficult is the social aspect of it, right? I didn't go out on my Fridays and Saturdays for many, many years. Unless it was just with my girlfriend and we found food that fit within my very specific diet when we went out. Now, this was a huge strain and a huge sacrifice on our relationship. We were fine, we made it through, but you need to make sure that if you want to get that lean and that ripped, you have a significant other that's on board with that process. And just so you know, if you're starting kind of from a place that's, not that athletic to start with, it's going to take a long time and that person has to be okay with it. Another huge thing is just the time commitment. Between the meal prep, between the time in the gym, between the cardio, between the recovery work, the massage therapy, the corrective exercise, the physical therapy, all of that stuff, all of that adds up. You're spending multiple hours a day, 3, 4, 5 hours a day committed just to your fitness, right? Now, it's obviously not all time in the gym, but all of those factors put together, it's a big chunk of your day. This is really tough, especially for someone who's a high achiever, who's got a really good job, who's got maybe a business, a family. Getting that ripped and lean is very, very difficult, just from a time commitment. And then the last thing is that genetics. When I was in photo shoot shape, when I was in fitness model shape, which I'm close-ish to now, it took me about 16 to 30 weeks from where I am now to get to look like that. But the point is that when I was actually in that shape, I was a bit younger. My genetics definitely played a part in me being that lean. But really, genetics do play a role. What I will say though is, for anybody watching this video, of all the things that I said, genetics play the smallest role by far. If you're willing to put the work in, if you're willing to be consistent, if you're willing to have self-control, if you're willing to really stay, pedal to the metal, going at it for years on end, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years on end, and you're staying consistent in those 8 years, you can get there. But if you expect it to happen in 16 weeks, if you expect it to happen in 24 weeks, that's not going to happen. For you to get that really lean, close to fitness model look, even that fitness model look, it takes years to get there of consistent, deliberate, focused effort. I hope that gives you some perspective. I hope that reframes things, and I actually hope that encourages people to embark in this challenging but fulfilling process, as opposed to shying away from it. As with anything worth it in life, it is not easy.